Guys, it hot my YouTube. Okay, so I'm back. I have thoroughly shampooed my hair, done a hot oil scalp treatment on my hair, washed it out, picked it completely out, and so now I am about to start the rub method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my own little recipe or whatever of a conditioning mist. I could have bought some that the loctician wanted me to use, but it was really expensive. It was like $8 to $10 or something for a 4-ounce bottle of conditioning mist. And so I just decided, like I have a ton of hair products that I really didn't want to throw away. I kind of want to make use of because I feel like it's a waste of my money. And I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money, on a new product that I don't know if my hair will like or not like and all of those things. So what I did to make this mist is I took about 1 teaspoon of the Cantu Shea Butter Leave-In Conditioning Repair Cream. And I chose this because my hair really loves this stuff. Ever since I first became natural a long time ago, and I have some really old videos on my old YouTube channel about this product. But my hair really loved it. And so I decided to take about a teaspoon of this product in a little bowl, and then I had some Professional Infusium 23 Pro Vitamin Leave-In Hair Treatment. I bought this a long time ago because I watched a YouTube video that said it was really good for strengthening your hair and basically kind of fortifying it to help with shedding and so on, to give it all the vitamins and nutrients that it needs that you may not be getting from your food and stuff like that. So I had this left over. It's a huge bottle. I didn't want to throw it away. So then I took about a teaspoon of this and put it in a bowl. And then I had an old mixture of coconut oil and extra virgin olive oil, again, that I didn't want to throw away. And so I took about maybe a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of this as well and put it in a bottle. In the bowl. And then I just basically mixed it all up and put it in this 2-ounce little finger sprayer and then filled the rest with water and shook it up, and that's it. So I'm going to spray this on my hair first. And like I said, just a few sprays because my hair is still a little wet, and so I need to put some conditioner on it just to keep it a little damp. Then after that, I'm actually going to take this mixture that I made myself as well, because the oil mixture that the loctician wanted me to purchase, again, was a little too expensive for me. I still have all kinds of oils, vegetable glycerin, grapeseed, all these kind of oils and stuff just kind of lying around in my house. But then I also had a bottle of Naturally Unique Lock Oil that I bought from Black Onyx World from Alake Naturals in there as well. So basically what I did, and I had some aloe vera gel. And from some of the YouTube videos that I watched, a lot of people kind of made their own mixtures. Some people use, the store-bought lock creams, lock gels, lock waxes and stuff. But I was told that it's best to use water-soluble products because, with your locks, you're locking up your hair. So whatever you put into your hair may stay there. And so you don't want products that aren't going to basically wash out whenever you wash your hair, rinse it. Because if you leave it in there, it might cause mold or what they call dread rot and so on. And so you want things that will easily wash out and not build up or cake up or stay in your locks for like ever. So basically, again, in a little bowl, I took about maybe a teaspoon of aloe vera gel. And then I took a little bit of the lock oil just to mix up the aloe vera gel. And then I took some African, can you see this? Yes. Some raw African shea butter, and it's the raw kind that's not even like melted or whipped together or whatever. And so I took, I had like one of those little ramekins, that you get from Chili's. And I just took maybe about that much, I think, initially, and put it in put it in the ramekin. I kind of made the mistake of microwaving it at first, but luckily I was on the phone with a friend who told me to stop before I ruined it. Because apparently if you microwave shea butter, sometimes it can get a little gritty whenever it kind of solidifies again. So I took that amount of shea butter and put it in this bottle and then stuck it in like boiling hot water for it to melt and liquefy. And then I took the mixture that I had of the little bit of lock oil and the aloe vera and put it in here as well. And then I proceeded to fill whatever amount I had left, half of it with the lock oil and then half of it with some more shea butter. Now I'm not an expert on mixing or making products. I just figured, you know, my hair will need more of the oil and the shea butter and just a little bit of the gel for hold, not so much of it. And I really just wanted to use up the products in my house instead of spending more money on new products that may or may not work when I have a ton of them already at the house. And so that's what I am using for my conditioning mist to spray on and the oil. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to take this and I'm just literally going to spray like a few sprays, not even that much, just enough to kind of say, oh, it's some on there type of thing. Okay, I need to stop because if not, I'll keep spraying my hair. And I'm just going to pick it out because, like I said, it doesn't take long for my hair to start curling up and getting those little balls and knots and stuff on the end. Like, literally, if I pick this out and leave it alone, like, in minutes, my hair will be curling up again on itself. So, picked it out, and now I'm going to actually take my little mix of shea butter, all kinds of healthy oils, and aloe vera gel. And just to let you know what's in this, it's actually hemp seed oil, vitamin E, eucalyptus, tea tree, rosehip, rosemary, ylang-ylang, olive oil, and then it says an herbal and botanical blend. No petroleum, no mineral oil, no alcohol, no paraben, no sulfate, no silicones. This is a truly natural product. And then the aloe vera gel is just straight aloe vera gel and raw shea butter. So I'm just going to spray some, if it'll come out actually. So I'm using a spray bottle because I was hoping it would come out as a mist, but I forgot that I have shea butter and oil in here. So I'm just spraying enough to cover and oil up my hand from, you know, the palm all the way to the fingertips. And I'm just going to take this first batch and just, you know, rub a little bit on the top of my scalp, my hair, and on the back. And I think that's going to be it. I'm going to try my best not to put any more on. And so that's it. Okay. And so now I'm about to get to the fun part that I'm not sure how this is going to do. So now I'm just going to get to the part where I'm going to rub my hair and lock it. Or at least start this locking process. So there are many ways that I guess you can start the towel rub method, or I'm just going to call it the rub method because there's many different tools and things that you can use. So I've had people use, or seen people just use a regular towel. I've seen people use a microfiber towel. And, you know, the reason for using a microfiber towel is because it's a whole lot finer. It's very absorbent and it's lint-free for the most part. And so a lot of people, sorry, my glasses are fogged up, like to use it, you know, because you have the issue sometimes of if you're using a towel, even just to dry your locks, of getting lint in them. And not everyone wants, you know, no one really wants lint in their hair. So the microfiber towel is supposed to help with that. Other people, like Niger Americana, just use like the foam padding that you can get from like Walmart for your bed or whatever, and just made a little square and use that on his head. Other people have actually used an actual sponge with holes cut in it to make their dreads. A lot of different things. My loctician was just going to use an all black microfiber towel in order to start my locks for me. So what I decided to do was to try and find a foam sponge type of thing to use, like Niger Americana did, because I really liked how his locks were growing and so on, and the care that he put into them. And then also use a microfiber towel whenever I start washing my hair to retwist in the shower and use that. But unfortunately in Fort Worth, I couldn't find an all black microfiber towel, and at Walmart, the only way to get that kind of foam pad that was like his was to buy an actual bed foam pad, which was like $26 or $28, which I was not going to use to buy. So I ended up doing a variety of things, but what I'm going to try and use on my hair, I actually got at the Dollar Tree for $1. It's actually a foam sponge, which you can see up under here, that's covered in a microfiber cloth. I'm pretty sure it's not the same kind of microfiber cloth quality that you would get at Bed Bath & Beyond, but it feels soft enough to me that I feel comfortable using it. And so I'm going to use this on my hair to try and start my locks. Now, the biggest thing for me with this is that I'm going to have to accept however my hair decides to part itself, which is going to be a little bit hard for me, and it's going to be a spiritual step of growth, I guess, because I'm very much a perfectionist. I like to know that what I'm doing is going to turn out right. And with any lock journey, you don't know exactly how your locks are going to turn out. You just have to trust that they're going to do what they need to do, and it's going to look good. So I'm really nervous, and I'm probably going to freak out a little bit. But there's two ways that I am considering doing this, and I'm going to stop the tape after a while and just let you know whatever I decide. But I can just go around my head in a clockwise fashion and just call it a day. However my hair parts itself is how it parts itself. Or I can manipulate it a little bit by just like parting horizontally and then rubbing that. Just because I don't want my locks to be really chunky, but I don't want them to be like itty bitty as well. I am okay, and I will accept if some are a little bit bigger than the others, but I kind of really want them to be pencil size, or at least around the range of pencil size locks. And so I'm really afraid that my locks will be bigger than that, but we shall see. So I'll stop the tape right here and kind of play with it a little bit to see which way I want to do it, and then when I finally decide, I'll show you what I'm going to do. And one of the good things about the towel rub method is that, if initially you do them and you don't like the way it looks, you can easily just pick it out and start back over until you get, the sizing that you want. So yeah, here I go. Dry it out now.